Greetings and welcome to yet another episode of the Jagdpanzer IV build. This time painting. Yes, so we got the entire tank primered in a red-brown primer from Vallejo, and I was thinking I would use this as the base coat, as the main color for the entire build. And just add some reflective green and some Middlestone from my Panzer Aces set from Vallejo as well. And this is the point where I pull them up and show the cans in front of the camera. But I didn't have them ready, so... Yeah, anyways, I'm going to add the reflective green and the Middlestone from the Panzer series set from Vallejo, which I got a while back, and I really like those colors, so I have a vague idea of what I'm gonna do. So let's just get started, and let's give the new camera a try at the paint booth even, and hope I don't destroy it in the first take. Okay, so welcome to the illustrious paint booth of mine, or a cardboard box with some baking paper, whatever you call this in the English language. We call it, in direct translation, baking paper in Icelandic. So yeah, baking paper. And to give you the grand tour of the magnificent paint booth, you have just some doodles, my children's names that I have written for some reason. And the paper back here, that is, I should probably have put a new paper there for the debut, but I didn't. The paper here is just basically, well, some people have like a special can that they spray their extra paint in or clean their airbrush into. I have this paper, piece of A4 paper taped to the back of a cardboard box. And here we got some tissue paper to clean the airbrush. Toothpick to stir the paint in the airbrush if needed. And right here I got a dirty old paintbrush to clean if needed. And yeah, of course, paintbrush cleaner, airbrush cleaner even. It's just warm water with some Windex in it. And an empty plastic cup for excess paint, which I pour out of my cup, or the cleaning solution. I don't really put clean paint in there. I try not to waste too much paint. And what else? Oh yeah, when I'm painting like a bunch of wheels and stuff like this, trying to get used to the new framing. And when I'm done painting, I can put the things up here straight into the corrugated cardboard box, as seen right there, or not seen. It's out of frame. Anyways, it's time to get some paint going. Okay, so now that I've got the green color on the main hull, or the tank, as you can see, I also need to put some camouflage on the side armor plates. And what I've done, after I put them all on and added the battle damage, I put them on these sticks, and I put a little tap of tape on the sticks, and they're all numbered. And then I drew this diagram because I'm a numpty and I forget things, and I put in all the numbers corresponding to the placement of the side plates to the tank. Yeah, simple enough, but it's easily overlooked as well. So anyways, maybe you don't have to do this because they're all the same, but after adding my battle damage, as you can see on these two plates, the damage actually corresponds with the plates being next to each other, like so. And that's why I want to have each plate on its specific location. Same goes with this one, with the heavy damage here in the front. Don't know if you can see that. Heavy damage right here. And that's because the brackets have been knocked off and it's gonna be laying down on the one side. But anyways, rambling there a bit about what I did. Once I have the plates all numbered and good to go as such, I can pick them up, look at the number, this instance being number 8, and I did go by the firing order of a Ford V8 for some weird reason. Anyways, I can lay the plate right here, and I'm gonna mark off where the green kind of hits it, so I can get the continuous line and won't get the staggered effect, because I just don't like the visual of that. But I'm gonna mark in where the green is supposed to start, like on the top, and then I can go from there and finish freehanding the camo scheme. So yeah, we will get the beautiful continuous lines of the camouflage going on there. So yeah, back to the paint booth. So, as I was painting, I thought to myself, this is quite a dark color scheme that I have going already, with the green and the red brown primer. So I was thinking, instead of using the Panzer series Middlestone that I originally had planned, the light whiting it out there, I'm gonna go with just a regular model there, Tank Dark Yellow, or the Panzer Ogre is in the Spanish name there. 71081, because it's ever so slightly darker color than the Middlestone, and gives an overall, I think, darker scheme of things. Because I don't want to go like dark like this and then all of a sudden have an overly bright color. Just for aesthetics, really. Don't care how effective it is as a camouflage in real life. Because this tank isn't really going to try and hide somewhere. It's just going on my shelf. But yeah, anyways. You saw me do some... I did some random wheels. I just took like a bunch of wheels and painted them all green. And I'm gonna do the same with the dark yellow. Dunkelgelb. I'm gonna do just a random number of wheels in that color as well, just to get a little variety going on the wheels. Just starting off with a light coat there, just so you can see it, and if you can notice that the dark yellow is actually quite greenish looking. I don't know why that is, but I think it looks okay. And I'm a lazy guy, so I don't like to go back and correct mistakes. I rather accept them or adopt them into my original design and tell people that it was supposed to be like that the whole time. This is what happens when it's overly thinned. You just get a huge blotch and it's really wet. So if I bring the airbrush back on there, it's just gonna blow the wetness away. So you get like streaks going every which way, and it's just never gonna look good. So I'm gonna sadly have to let this dry and then come back in and try and fix it, because I don't want these hard edged camo lines you got there with this. I try to want to have it like blend in softly, like as you saw on the side plates. But right now I gotta add some more paint into there because this is way too thin if I want to do the main tank body. Yeah, so that's the basics of it. It's turning out pretty nice, I think. Pretty close to what I had envisioned. and forgot to do the gun barrel there. I realize now, but yeah, I'm gonna do the gun barrel real quick, and then I'm gonna let it dry off for like half an hour or so before I come back in with dark yellow and do it a second coat on it, and hopefully the final coat for the dark yellow. Because my airbrush sucks to paint like freehand camo like this. That's why sometimes maybe it pays to buy a little bit more expensive than some cheap Chinese airbrush. But it is what it is. Okay, so this is what the the painted Jagdpanzer looks like. And I also, when I did the decals last night, forgot to turn on the camera, as usual. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the way it's turning out. As you can see, the panels line up pretty good with the tank there, and this side as well. And yeah, this area, I'll admit, is not the best, but it is what it is. And I always say that, but I guess I could fix it a little bit. But I kind of like it like this. Anyways, so it's gonna be like that as it is right now. So yeah, next thing to do is paint all the small bits and bobs that go on there. Get like the exhaust. It's still currently being built, and then we got to do the tracks. That's a big part of building, but mainly we have to paint the tools and the wheels. So what I'm going to do tonight is my usual stuff. I got a couple of computer screens in front of me right there, and I put on a movie or something that I like to watch, and I just pick up the wheels and yeah, hand paint the rubbers on. I'm not at that level that I airbrush the stuff like many people do, because I kind of like the serenity that comes with just watching a movie and hand painting the rubbers. So yeah. Yeah, so it's now been several months since I last touched this model. I believe it was back in January that I shot all that footage that you've just been watching. And since then, it's pretty much just been sitting around collecting dust in the pile of doom. But I have put the wheels on, and that's pretty much it that I did. I finished painting them, and I glued them on. And yeah, I don't know. Don't think that I had these tracks laid out at that point in time though. So that might be something extra I did. It's just the spare tracks that go on the back and on the front there. But I'm picking it up again, and we're gonna go ahead and try and finish this thing ASAP, or just yeah, it's part of my cleaning up the pile of doom uh, phase that I'm going through, I guess. Yeah. So, anyways, I just thought this video was long enough as it is with the old footage, so we're gonna go ahead and save the new footage for the next one. It's already late, so I'm not gonna work anymore on this project today. So it kind of works perfectly for me. So that next time I get some bench time, I'm just gonna turn on the camera and start a fresh video. So anyways, I hope you guys are feeling as excited as I am for this one, because yeah, this is one of the ones that I always regretted stop working on, if that makes sense, this sentence that I just said. But yeah, anyways, it's one of those tanks that I've been kind of excited for, and I'm getting excited to have it on the shelf all finished up and looking good. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, I guess. So thank you guys for watching, and keep on modeling, keep having fun, and I'll see you on the next one, like I just said. So bye.